I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. If you guys are watching on YouTube, I would be super appreciative if you could like this video and subscribe using this button in the corner. And if you're watching the replay, always let me know in the comments with #replay. And if you're watching live from my Facebook group, The Vibe Tribe, say hey, drop a GIF, drop an emoji, let me know what's up. It's such a beautiful day in Philly, and I have been seeing this question all over Facebook groups. So the question is, oh my gosh, I'm doing all of the things. I'm doing everything perfectly on Instagram. Why are my results plummeting? Okay, if this is you, I want you to let me know in the comments. If you're like, following all of the rules that like all of the freebies gave you, maybe you bought an Instagram course and you're using the hashtags, you're using the location tag, you're posting every day, you're posting amazing content, you're doing all of the things, right? And you're like kind of down on yourself because you're like, I don't get why all of my results are plummeting. If this is you, let me know in the comments. I know that's kind of like a vulnerable question. So if you just feel this pain, drop an emoji if you don't want to say, hey, yeah, like my Instagram results are not that good, okay? Guys, you're not alone. This isn't just you. It's happening to everybody, and I'm going to explain why. The reason's pretty simple, and if you guys have been watching my live streams, my bun is literally out of control right now. It's like my swimmer bun. I just got done working out. If this has happened to you, let me know in the comments, but I'm going to explain the reason why. This is going to be a short and sweet live stream. The reason why your results on Instagram and Facebook, okay, if you guys didn't know this, Facebook owns Instagram. So anytime I talk about either of the two, they're both kind of related, okay? The reason why your results are plummeting, no matter what you do, you could be posting the most amazing content at the perfect time with the best hashtags, the best location tag. You did everything perfectly. You spent 5 hours writing your copy with the most perfectly curated picture. It doesn't matter anymore, okay? Because the days of organic reach on Instagram and Facebook are long gone, okay? They're like back in 2012 to 2015. That's when you could, post on Instagram, get 500 likes with 1,000 followers. You had like the best engagement rate. You did all the things perfectly, and everyone on your feed saw your content. But the fact of the matter is that that's not how these platforms are set up anymore, okay? Facebook and Instagram want you to pay to play for advertising. So the reason why I posted this question is because I've been in Facebook groups, and all of these people, it's like, people are like actually sad. They're like, okay, I'm on Instagram. I devote all of my time and energy onto Instagram. I'm posting every single day with the best hashtags, with like best content. It's valuable. I'm there for everybody. I answer all of the questions, comments, concerns. It doesn't matter. But these people are only left with the follow-unfollow method and 3% of the following liking their content. Does that ring a bell? Okay. It's because the Instagram and Facebook organic reach is dead. It has nothing to do with you. You're probably doing everything perfectly. You're probably following every rule that every freebie ever told you to do on Instagram and Facebook. Like, you're not doing anything wrong. It's just the organic reach is dead, okay? Especially if you do not have the swipe up feature, okay? This video is targeted to people that are like kind of sort of starting out on Instagram. Maybe they have like, even the people that kind of like bought followers and maybe like have 30,000 followers, but you bought them. So like it's happening to like literally everyone. And the reason is because Facebook and Instagram are algorithm time sensitive based. So they want you to pay to play to be seen, or to have your posts have more time on the feed. That's it, okay? Because if someone pays for an ad on Instagram or Facebook, that's a clickable link. Guys, you don't get clickable links on Instagram or Facebook, okay? Only in your posts, and that's only if your post lasts, which they only last, this is like a known statistic, your posts only last for 30 minutes in the feed, max. I mean, this is if you're not a celebrity, okay? And your Instagram story obviously lasts for 24 hours, but that's like tapping through, like people tap, 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 okay? So what this all means is that pay to play. What does pay to play mean? Pay to play means you need to pay with your money in order to play. It's kind of like a casino, okay? The game doesn't last all day, okay? You got to put the money in to play the casino game, okay? That's literally how Instagram and Facebook are. So, okay, Richie says that's why I haven't put a lot of effort on Instagram lately with the dead face. Yeah, and it's like, this is what I'm not saying. I am not saying that you should not use Instagram and Facebook, okay? I think Instagram is like the online business card, and people use Instagram for like the know, like, and trust factor. So they'll go to your Instagram to say, okay, I'm reading, like, it's like micro blogging where you read a couple of the posts, you relate to the person, you like their pictures, you like their style, you look on their Instagram story, you see what they're up to, and that's pretty much it, okay? The thing is that if you only devote your time and energy into a time-sensitive platform, and you're also getting upset that your posts aren't being as seen as they used to be, like in 2012, you're almost like putting yourself into that position. And what I mean by that is, why are you continuing to waste time by putting your content onto a time-sensitive platform when you can put all of that content that you made onto a search engine? So when you place it on there, it's searchable. So your ideal client is always searching for your content, so it literally never dies. So if you guys didn't know, this past week I started a YouTube channel. And a lot of my fears around YouTube were, it's gonna take a lot of time, I don't have time for that, I already do enough social media, XYZ, all the fears that everyone has when they start a new social media platform, okay? And I'm literally kicking myself that I haven't started it earlier. So, I'm gonna explain why. My one video on YouTube, I have about like 19 subscribers on YouTube. I literally just started, like I'm a baby on YouTube, but I don't care about starting from the bottom because I know that if I post on the platform every single day, I'm gonna see results, especially on a search engine. So I have a video on YouTube right now. I haven't checked recently, but it has 60 views, okay? I have 19 subscribers. How does that work, okay? If that were Instagram, people would be like, oh, like, what does that mean? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? And that happens because people are searching for my content, whether or not they're subscribed to me, okay? They don't need to be subscribed to me or follow me in order to see my content. The same thing happens with Pinterest. And that's why both of these platforms are so valuable, because when you post valuable content onto a platform that values value-based content, you're going to win, okay? That's the caveat though. You have to be valuable. You have to be valuable in your niche. Because if you're just gonna go on YouTube and be like, hey, and have your cat, unless you're in a cat niche, like, you're not really gonna see results. You have to give value to people in order to expect something in return. So, know that, so going back to the Instagram and Facebook thing, so YouTube and Pinterest are value-based platforms. They're search-based. So what that means is that your ideal client is actively searching for the solution to their problem on a search engine. Google, Pinterest, YouTube, they're all search engines, okay? So when they are led to the result, it could be your video, but it's never gonna be your video if you keep it in the Facebook and Instagram black hole where it's like, you play the casino game. It's like, okay, you press submit, put down the casino and you hope that all sevens pop up so your post goes viral. But does that ever really happen? No, okay? So when you're on Instagram and Facebook, it's a time-sensitive platform. So I've been seeing in these Facebook groups where people are like, I don't understand why I'm doing all the things correctly. Like, I'm posting valuable content on a time-sensitive platform. I'm posting all the right hashtags. I'm doing everything perfectly. And it's like, the fact of the matter is that you actually are. You are doing everything perfectly. Your content is good. It is valuable, but that's not the problem. The problem is that these platforms want you to pay to play, like the casino game. You put the coin in, more like $1, more like thousands of dollars for Instagram and Facebook. You gotta put the money in order to like put the lever down, okay? And when you put the lever down, that means you're paying to play. So that means that your post is going to be seen more on somebody's timeline or in the Instagram story because you paid Instagram and Facebook. So I wanted to let you guys know that like your results are like, they're not going down because you're necessarily doing something wrong. It's because this is how the algorithm works. The algorithm wants you to pay to play unless you're already a celebrity, okay? This is going for the people. I'm not talking about like people with 1 million followers and whatever. I'm talking about people that like, maybe just started Instagram or they don't have the swipe up feature yet. So everyone like under 10,000 followers, okay? Or if you bought followers and then you still, like, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm talking about the people that have organically made their way and are under 10,000 followers. So if you're already a celebrity on Instagram or Facebook, clearly you're gonna take up more of the feed because you're getting the most organic engagement, okay? Because you have people following you. So when you don't have a lot of people following you and people aren't pressing like on your posts, or they're not commenting, they're not sharing, your post is going to die, okay? So that is why your results are plummeting on Instagram and Facebook. And I've seen a lot of people complain about it. A lot of people are upset and a lot of people are confused. They don't really understand why that's happening. And the only reason is because it has nothing to do with you. And it has everything to do with the algorithm wanting you to pay in order to play, okay? So every time you post on Instagram and Facebook, think about it like a casino game. Every time you press submit, you get one shot. Hopefully you get the 7s across because then your content's going viral. But how many times does that happen? Not a lot, okay? So how, like, what is, like, you're like, okay, I get that Instagram and Facebook, like, what can I do so my content lives on forever? What can I do so my ideal client is searching for the solution to their problem and they're led to my result? Where can you start posting that content, okay? So like what I said, I started repurposing my Facebook live streams exactly like this live stream onto my YouTube channel, which I want to start a challenge. If any of you guys are interested in, let me know in the comments. It's going to be like a 10 to 15 day challenge where I walk you guys through how to repurpose your Facebook live streams onto YouTube. So your content is literally not living in the Facebook black hole where it's completely unsearchable unless somebody randomly stumbles upon your page and like stalks you and goes all the way down to find the video that they want, okay? So I'm thinking of starting a challenge, but at the end of the day, what I was saying about YouTube was that I just started my YouTube channel. I have like 19 subscribers, which is gonna be funny when I watch this video like a year from now. I have 19 subscribers, but on one of my videos, I already have around 60 views, okay? How is that possible? Like, relate that to Instagram, okay? Like, if you were to go to Instagram and you have like 19 followers, you would never expect 60 likes, like ever. You would expect like 1, maybe 2, which is pathetic, right? It's like, why are we settling for a result that's like below like the amount of people that are following us? And the reason why is because when you go onto YouTube and somebody searches for the solution to their problem, my answer is coming up, whether they're following me or not, okay? This is a search engine, just like Pinterest, just like Google, just like YouTube. Like when you go onto a podcast, a blog, it doesn't matter. They're searching for it, okay? They don't have to be following me in order to see my result. But guess what? They're still getting to know me. My links are in the caption. If they want to subscribe to my channel after that, they will, okay? And the opposite is true for Instagram. It's almost like you have to be on it because it's time sensitive. You have to be on at the same time your ideal client is on and press submit at the same time they just so happen to be looking in the hashtag search, if they even are doing that, okay? So I have 19 subscribers and I have 60 views. That's just as of today. I'm sure by next week it's gonna double, and then the following week it's gonna triple, and that's just what happens on a search engine. And the same thing goes for Pinterest. The same thing goes for like having a podcast. And the reason is because when people search for your content, it lives on forever on a search engine. It doesn't die after 30 minutes. So if you guys are like upset and about Instagram and you're kind of like, what do I do? Like, why am I not like seeing the results that I used to see on Instagram or Facebook? The answer is because Instagram and Facebook want you to pay for advertising. It more than likely has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with your content. Your content's probably amazing. You're just not getting the engagement that you used to get because that's how the algorithm is set up, okay? So what you can do is, I'm not saying that you should just like completely go like dunzos on Instagram and Facebook, because I like calling Instagram the online business card. So what I mean by that is people always check your Instagram just to see if you're like likable. They'll check your story to see like what you're up to, like what your favorite things are. It grows a know, like, and trust factor, okay? But if you want your marketing to be passive, you have to start placing your content onto a search engine, or you're always gonna be sweating for your result. Why? Because you have to update it in order to be seen, because it's on a time-sensitive platform. But if you post it onto a search engine, it becomes passive. Pinterest, YouTube, podcasting, and blogging. All searchable. You can post your content whenever. And when you do that, people are always going to search for the solution to their problem. So when they search for it, guess who's popping up? Not you if you're not on a search engine. That's just like how it is. So Richie says, made my first ever Pinterest pin today. I'm coming up in the world. Yes, I'm so excited for you. That's awesome, Richie. Okay. All right, awesome. Hey, Natasha, how are you? So I'm going to wrap this up. If you guys have any questions about this, let me know in the comments before I sign off. So essentially what I'm saying is a lot of people, I've seen this in Facebook groups like all over, people are like, I don't understand why I'm not getting results on Instagram. I'm doing all the things. I have the hashtags, location tag, I have value-based content. I'm posting every day. I'm doing all the things right. But they're like, my results are plummeting. And the reason is that it has nothing to do with you. And it has everything to do with it being a time-sensitive platform, and they want you to pay to play to be seen. They want you to put the money in the casino slot machine, you press submit, you pull the lever down, and you're hoping to get all sevens. So your content goes viral. But how often does that happen? It doesn't, okay? So what you can focus on, instead of putting all of your time and energy onto a time-sensitive platform so you can stop sweating for your time, is you start placing your content onto a search engine. And these are the 4 that I recommend: Pinterest, YouTube, podcasting, and blogging. And the reason is because when you place your content on a search engine where your ideal client is like 24/7 around the world searching for the solution to their problems, your answer can come up, okay? I'm not gonna say it's the only answer there. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is that you have a chance to be seen in the search when they're actively searching for the solution to their problem. When people are on Instagram and Facebook, they're scrolling down and they're like, oh, there's a GIF, there's a meme, like, haha, that's funny, like, blah, blah, blah. And by chance, you can pop up as the answer. But that's only if they have the problem at the specific time you posted it. Whereas on a search engine, when they search for it, you could have posted content like 8 months ago, kind of like the quote that I showed you guys. When I posted my quote on a Pinterest and it's #1 out of 186 million results. And it's like, when people search for those words of that quote, like motivational quotes or whatever, my content with my Instagram name and my website is coming up. But I did that 8 months ago and it's still sitting #1. And that's the power of search engines, is once you get that content like searched for, like that's another thing too, is that search engines are not instant gratification based. When you start posting your content into a search engine, it goes viral over time. But a lot of people don't want to wait. So they'd rather go to Instagram, get the couple of likes and be like high on that state and be like, okay, I don't like, yay, I got 5 likes, like woo woo, even though like that does not transfer to an email address. That does not transfer to money in your bank account. That does not transfer to people clicking on your website, okay? What does is when you can provide people a link to go to your Instagram, your website, an opt-in for your email list, your podcast, anywhere. And you can only do that when you place content onto a search engine 24/7 on autopilot. Now you can do that on Facebook, but your post isn't lasting and it's not being seen by people, okay? That's like the whole gist of this live stream, is that I'm going to wrap it up again. So if you want to say anything, let me know in the comments. If you want your content to be, if you want the, internet working for you as a passive marketing employee, you need to learn SEO and you need to put your content onto a search engine. Because when you start doing that, that's when you get business on autopilot. That's when you can literally be sleeping and someone over in Australia, so I'm on Eastern Standard Time in the United States, I can be sleeping, somebody in Australia can find my content and buy one of my courses while I'm sleeping. I'm not updating because I'm sleeping, but my content's on a search engine because they searched for it. So that's all I'm gonna say, because I can like literally keep going in circles on this all day. So if you guys love this video, let me know in the comments, especially if you're watching on YouTube, since I now repurpose these videos from Facebook over to YouTube. Don't forget to click subscribe right here with this button. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys tomorrow on the next live stream. Bye guys.